my darlings, I hope you're all doing very, very well. I hope you are sitting comfortably, you are cozy, and you have your snacks and your beverages at the ready. In today's video, I will be giving out unhinged and unsolicited tattoo advice, because that seems like perfect content to me. No, but I've always wanted to do a video like this, but I've just never got round to doing it. And there is a Reddit subreddit page called r/tattooadvice, and I thought we could take a look through this together and just see what kind of advice people need when it comes to tattoos. I have always tried to give out the best advice or knowledge that I know about the tattoo world. I am, of course, a big disclaimer, I'm not a tattoo artist, never been a tattoo artist, never been interested in becoming a tattoo artist myself, because I just have this thing of like, I can't hurt people. Even though people will obviously consent to being hurt, I can't. And I'm just not artistically skilled like that, you know? Like, I do like to make art, but I'm not very good at it at all, you know? I just do it in my spare time as of lately. But I just have a very, very strong interest within the tattoo industry. I was one of those kids that was covered in temporary tattoos from like the age of like 6, 7 or 8. I don't know when I started playing around with temporary tattoos. I've always known from a very young age that I would be a tattooed person, and it's just always been a big interest of mine. So like, I like to call myself a tattoo enthusiast, and I just really, really like the tattoo world. So I will give the best knowledge and advice I most possibly can with these posts that we're gonna read, but okay, so the first one we're going to take a look at is parents upset about tattoos. Now, I do get asked quite a lot about how to deal with parents that don't like tattoos, how to work around getting tattooed when your parents don't like tattoos, like they threaten to kick you out and what have you. I'm not always the best with this type of advice because, well, I don't have any parents. My mum died over 10 years ago now, and like my dad's not in my life and what have you. When I first started getting tattooed, like I just did it. I didn't ask for my mom's permission. I just went ahead and did it. And like with tattoos, they're permanent. Like she couldn't scrub it off or what have you. You know, it was there. And it was kind of one of those things that she knew was going to happen eventually. So like she was like, oh, for goodness sake, when I got my first tattoo, and then, you know, that kind of response was forever a thing whenever she noticed any tattoos. But I showed her the first one, and then that was it. I didn't show her any of the other ones. I just carried on doing it. But please, you know, like, you might not have such a resilient parent that would just accept it, you know? I'm just terrible at giving advice when it comes to parents and tattoos, because I'm just like if it was me, just do it. But obviously that's not you probably shouldn't if you don't have parents that would just accept it. Anyway, let's see what this post is about. Hi, I'm a 20-year-old female, and I recently, about 3 weeks ago, got 2 tattoos on both of my arms. I got them done without telling my parents because 1, they're very religious and anti-tattoos, especially my mum. Oh no, not the religious thing. And 2, Mum has a terrible way of reacting to things she doesn't like. However, I decided to break the news to them today because it's getting warmer outside. I really don't want to keep hiding it from them with long sleeves. I decided that talking to my dad about it first would be the best idea, and I was 100% right. Dad was disappointed, but he was very understanding and just asked me to please not get any more. He hugged me and told me not to be scared of him seeing me, loving me any differently, and he also told me that he'd be the one to break the news to Mum. As you can imagine, it went horribly wrong. Oh, Mum started crying immediately and came down to my room to let me know how much of a disappointment I am to her right now. She said that I'm a street woman who is capable of doing just anything, and that I committed a huge, unforgivable sin. I stayed quiet and just let her talk. I don't believe tattoos are sins, but I do feel really bad. I feel like a horrible daughter. Oh no. I can only imagine the amount of things she will say to me tomorrow morning. How can I mentally, emotionally prepare for it? I left pics of the tattoos so you all can see them because they're very pretty regardless of everything. This breaks my heart so much. Like, to me, like, the thing is, it's so bold of me to talk about parental choices and, you know, what I would do as a parent, because I'm child-free by choice, don't want any children ever. But, like, even if I did, a child getting a tattoo to me would, like, be the least of my worries. I'd probably be a bit upset if they didn't involve me in the process. I'd be like, oh, you could have at least, you know, talk to me about it, and I could have helped you find an artist and stuff like that. Like, I would like to be involved in the process. Again, you know, if the child is like an 18-year-old, or, you know, the legal age to get tattooed, at the end of the day they can do what they want, you know, that's the law. But I'd probably be a little bit sad if I wasn't involved. That's probably the only time I'd be sad about the whole thing. But yeah, like, there is so many things a child could do that could make them a disappointment, you know, like murder that isn't like self-defense or what have you, you know, just randomly went out and killed an old man for no reason. That's a disappointing thing to me, you know? Anyway, let's look at these tattoos. Oh my god, they're so cute. It's just the 2 butterflies on their wrist. That's it. Oh god, it could have been so much worse. And some script. I can't actually read what that says. It's very cursive, but still, it's like this person could have come home with a massive like chest piece or a big neck tattoo, which are 2 types of tattoos I love and wouldn't be disappointed in myself personally, but I can see, you know, that could be a shock for a parent. But to say that this person did an unforgivable sin, oh my gosh, like, it's in crazy, like, actually crazy. But the person did ask, how can I mentally and emotionally prepare for it? I mean, in situations like this, like, I don't think you can. Like, I think you just have to face the wrath and, you know, just get it over and done with. But this person is 20 years old, so like, they're legally an adult. I don't know, like, for me, I'm too much of a sass queen. Like, if I was gonna get a talking into from my mother about how I've been a disappointment and how I'm committing a sin, the temptation just to tell her to shut the fuck up would be too much. It would be too much. I wouldn't be able to take it. I wouldn't. I'd just be like, all right, are we done now? Shut up. Like, just shut up. You're talking so much garbage. I hate this. I really hate this. Like, it's really not that big of a deal. Which photo should I use for tattoo to remember dog? Stop. I want to get a portrait on my shoulder around palm size or slightly smaller, and I was wondering which photo would work best. I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna actually cry. Oh god, look at this photo of the dog. He's holding a banana. Oh, this makes my heart hurt so much. Oh, that's such a beautiful photo. Oh, I really like this one. That would make a really good portrait tattoo. It would be easier to draw as well, because the first one, while it is adorable, it's quite blurry and it would just be kind of hard to, like, I'm sure an artist could probably make that work, to be honest with you. I'm talking about from my skill point, which is like 0. Yeah, I really like this one. Oh, no, this one. This is like a perfect photo / portrait for a tattoo, in my opinion, because you capture the beauty and the cuteness and the furriness of this dog, and yeah, I would use this one personally. Oh, baby. Oh, it's so cute. But yeah, in my opinion, I would definitely go with this snowy one. I feel like that would be perfection. But then you could maybe like mash up this one and the banana one. So you could put like a banana in its mouth, you know, if you can get the artist to draw that. So you can kind of show his like little fun, goofy side. Any way to make the eyes less crazy. After living with this tat for a few months, I feel like the eyes pierce your soul. They are quite out there. I personally, again, I'm not a tattoo artist, but like, from my very small artistic creative brain, I'd probably do a thicker black outline maybe, or put some more red in there, or like fade the red out a bit more, like stretch it out into more of a gradient maybe, or just, yeah, add a bit more black. It does look very like bright and, like this person said, like piercing. So yeah, I think maybe a little bit more black would help a little bit there, you know, or darken up that yellow. Like that it is bright, which isn't a bad thing. I'm all for like bright and vibrant, but I see what this person is saying. So yeah, well, this is upsetting. The first photo is after the tattoo was completed. The other 2 are a week later. This is very upsetting to me. I guess I'm going to have to find another artist to fix it, as I got this done on a trip overseas. Okay, I'm intrigued. But this is a very, very gorgeous tattoo. I really, really like this. Like the colour palette, like the yellows and the pinks. That is really, really nice. And it does look like a very well done tattoo to me. It looks very symmetrical. The line work looks pretty decent. It's a little shaky in places, but like Nothing to be upset about by any means. It does look like a very good quality tattoo, so I'm dreading what the problem is here. Like, how could this get bad? Like, shut up. There ain't no way. What the hell happened here? A trip. They went on a trip overseas. Who did this? Like, this looks... How is a 2-week tattoo aged that badly? 2 weeks. A week! I've just realised it's a week, not 2 weeks. Oh, it says the other two are a week later. This is a week-old tattoo. Are you joking? A week! There ain't no way. Was this done with henna? Like, what was this done with? A Sharpie? I can't believe... I've never, ever, ever seen anything like this before in my life. A wig? I need to lay down. What? Like, it's like the ink, but it's the black. It's more so the black that's come out more than anything. Like, the yellow is still there quite a bit in the pink, but it's the black. It's just completely gone. Hang on, let's look at the other picture. Oh, yeah. That black ink did not take well at all. So I think maybe, well, no. I don't know, because the black ink has taken there. I feel the artist that did this, line work technique is atrocious. Like, they just didn't go deep enough. And they went deep enough for the dragon at the top there, because that is solid black work, so they had to, like, really get in there to get that saturation. But with the line work, it's a little bit more, like, you're not, like, grinding in there, are you? Well, the tattoo artist anyway. But even so, like, the pink and everything is just so faded. I mean, the quality of this photo isn't the best in comparison to this one. This probably is the tattoo artist one, but maybe the tattoo artist, like, edited the photo a little bit or something. I don't know. But, oh, that's so bad. I can't get over this. Like, even if you went to an artist to, like, get it touched up or reworked, it might still be a bit of a hot mess. You might just have to go for a cover-up here. Like, just start again. Put something else over the top of it. Gosh. Or maybe this person just doesn't hold ink very well, which it's kind of rare, but it can happen. But on this scale, oh, yeah, I would just go for a full-on cover-up. Like, start again. White highlights too bright. I got a tattoo last night and I love it, except for a couple of the white highlights. They look way too bright. Will they mellow over time? All my other tattoos are full colour. This is black and grey with a few splashes of colour. The artist added some small white highlights. So I've never really had white this bright in my tattoo before. The white will for sure mellow down. It will calm down completely. I have quite a few white highlights in my blast over sleeve that you obviously can't see. They're not like bright white or anything like that. I will take a close-up picture so you can see, and I'll try and like point out where the white highlights are. Like, I can notice them if I look closely, but like from far away you can barely notice them, but that might just be because I'm super pale. So white ink is like the same colour as my skin pretty much. I have white ink on my blast over sleeve here. You might be able to see this flower there, but yeah, as you can see, it's not like bright white, and yeah, it was done over black ink and what have you. It kind of has like this transparent consistency to it, you know, it's not fully opaque, and that's kind of what happens with the white highlights, you know, it doesn't stay bright white. Ooh, officially 4 years old. I knew this wouldn't age the best, but is this what I should have expected? Oh my goodness, I can see it. That line work is thick. Hi, I got this tattoo 4 years ago, and after only a few months, it started to look so horrible. I went to a highly reviewed tattoo shop, and this artist's Instagram was full of great work in the same style I wanted. I loved how it first looked, and I just want to be sure it's not my choice in design for it looking this awful. I also would really appreciate some advice on if there's any hope in retouching, or do I just commit to removing it, or if you have any recommendations for Seattle artists. Oh boy, something tells me the line work to start off with was pretty thin. Like, this whole tattoo was kind of dainty, and it's done what all tattoos do. They do expand over time. There is absolutely nothing you could do to make it stop. There is no lotions or potions. Tattoos do just expand. It's just the way they work, you know. Every single one of my tattoos have expanded. I will say though, this looks like a quite extreme expandation. That's not even a word, but it looks kind of... Let's look at the other photo. Oh! Yep. Yep. Oh, that has done the absolute most. Like, the majority of the detail has just come out of that, especially in this flower here. Oh my gosh. Like, it's gone from... I'm not sure what flower this is, to be honest. It kind of looks like a poppy. I'm probably incredibly wrong with that, but it's gone from, like, a poppy to a rose. Like, it's changed that much. Oh my goodness. And yeah, the line work to start off with wasn't super thin, but, like... It wasn't this thick either. Ew. Okay, this is kind of rare, honestly. Because I'm looking at some of the line work I've had that was like the same as the original, or when it was first done. And like yeah, the majority of my line work has definitely expanded quite a bit, but not like that. So, this might be an artist's faux pas, I'm gonna say. Like, they were probably a bit too heavy-handed. Yeah, the fact that there is a lot of detail within this tattoo that is very, very close together. There isn't much negative space in between the line work. That's always a recipe for disaster. You really do have to have room there to let the tattoo grow and breathe as it gets older, which... there isn't much, you know, like you can see the gaps here aren't as readable as such, especially throughout the whole of the tattoo basically. So when it comes to trying to fix this, the only thing you could probably do is have a rework, add in some colour maybe, but this person probably doesn't want colour. You could maybe potentially try and put white highlights through in the petal area to brighten it up a little bit, but other than that, there isn't much you could do, I don't think. There is a couple of artists out there that like to go over the line work or round the line work with like a skin colour type of tattooing, but that always ends up feeling pretty grey and muddy. Like, it looks like you've tried to do something there. So honestly, I would either try the white highlight technique to brighten it up a little bit, or laser it off, or do a cover up. I messed up on mixing tattoo styles, didn't I? No. Did I mess up? If so, do you have any advice to make it more cohesive? Oh, I see here. So this person has a couple of traditional tattoos, which I'm a big fan of, especially this one. Like, the little rabbit is so cute. Oh my goodness. That is an adorable tattoo. I kind of want a little rabbit tattoo now, honestly. Like, that's so freaking cute. And then we have like this medical one and a hand there, but it looks like there's some kind of realism piece going on here. Let's see what this other photo, yeah. I'm very much for mixing up styles personally. I feel like if that's something you want to do, then go ahead and do it. Anyone that says you can't do it, I don't agree with it whatsoever. The only thing that I've done to make stuff cohesive within my like sleeves is to have the same color theme. So I have I mean, all of this arm is traditional anyway, but I have color traditional on this arm, and then I have black work blast over thing going on this arm. But with my legs, I have color on one leg, and on my legs I have realism, neo-traditional, and traditional. And then on my other leg, my left leg, I had to look at my L&R thumb there. I've just done black work, and I have realism on here. Just solid like black work designs, and then I have black work traditional. So that kind of makes things all tie together a little bit better. So I feel like that's one way of making it work. You know, I feel like this all kind of works quite nicely. I like it. But I feel like a lot of people probably wouldn't, you know? Like, it probably doesn't make sense to a lot of people, but I kind of like it. It's probably because I'm greedy, and I feel like there's so many styles out there. Why, you know, commit to just one? Unless you want to, obviously there's nothing wrong with that. If you just want to stick to traditional or stick to realism, that's fine. But if you're someone like me that likes all different types of styles, go for it, you know, like, get all the styles. I like it. I'm here for it, honestly. What would be cool also if this person actually got more realism tattoos, or got some tattoos that were a mixture of realism and traditional. So you had like a realism portrait, but then around the portrait you had traditional flowers or something. That would be so freaking cool. What style of tattoo is this? I used to call this style traditional with a non-traditional colour palette, but was told it wasn't actually traditional on another subreddit. So is this traditional or something else? Babe, that's AI. That is for sure an AI tattoo right there, right? Right? That looks very AI to me. Like, no tattoo has ever looked like that, ever. Like, with the saturation and what have you. That looks very fake to me. I might be wrong, but it does look incredibly fake. These tattoos are gorgeous, though. And this is also... See, this is what a tattoo looks like to me. Like, it's not smoothed. Like, this is too smooth for me. This is definitely AI, right? And then you look at these and they've got, like, skin texture to them, especially this one. Like, this looks like a brand new, fresh tattoo to me. You know, you got the texture there and it just looks new. But, like, the only thing that's throwing me off is the fact that there is, like, swelling around the dot work here. Like, I don't know. Like, it just doesn't... I'm so confused. See, I would go with neo-traditional / traditional... With me, I always say neo-traditional is it's a mixture of realism and traditional, so it's a lot more detailed than traditional, but it's not as detailed as realism. I would say that these are definitely traditional because they're not like super... They don't have a lot of detail, they're a bit more blocky. I've had a lot of tattoos, but never red ink. Is this healing okay? Oh gosh. So red is quite a problematic tattoo ink. It is the colour that most people are allergic to. I myself don't have really any problems with red ink. It just seems to heal a little bit slower than any other colour that I have. And I have this red rose on my hand here, and there is a few little patches here and there missing out of it. I do need a touch-up, but I'm very lazy with touch-ups. I'd much rather get a new tattoo than do a touch-up, you know? Red rose on my knee that healed perfectly. I don't know what it was about my hand, but healing hand tattoos are pretty tricky anyway. But yeah, some people do have trouble with red ink. Anyway, I don't even know what this is. Like, what is going on here? It's very artsy. Is it a dog? It looks like some kind of dog or something. Anyway, so this is the tattoo 10 days old. It's definitely in the healing phase still. 17 days, that's over 2 weeks. This is when you should be getting over the peely stage or midway through the peely stage, at least, depending on how quick your body heals tattoos. I think by day 17, I'm just on the last bits of dry skin. I think we'll get into that point anyway. But this person has like scar. This is very, very scarred. So they're definitely having some trouble with the red ink, that's for sure. Ooh, 20 days. And it's like an open wound. Oh, that's not good. That it shouldn't be like that at 20 days. No way. 21 days. Ooh, yeah. I mean, this tattoo probably isn't going to heal that well. They'll definitely need a touch up because the black seems like it's healing well. I think they're just having a bit of trouble with the red ink, which again is pretty common. 2-year-old tattoo faded extremely. I got this tattoo, my first, in May 2023. And I liked it a lot originally, but now it's already faded so much, I'm worried it will soon look like a mess and it will damage my self-esteem. I took care of it very carefully and always used sunscreen. It also almost feels like the artist edited the tattoo in the image to look darker. Coloured me shocked. Nut. And most of the outline fell off. Oh my god. When I took off the wrapping a few days after the tattoo. Can someone be honest and tell me if my tattoo looks bad? Any advice on if it can possibly be touched up? Well, for sure. You could easily do whatever you want to this. You could put a full-on cover-up over this. You don't even have to call it a cover-up, okay? Like, you could just put a tattoo over that and you won't have to worry about it too much, because that is... I mean, I haven't seen the original yet, but that is a very, very, very faded tattoo. Like, I can just about tell that that was probably a flower at one point, right? You got some leaves going on there. The darkest part is the middle bit here. This looks like a freaking nipple. I can't wait to see what this looked like to start off with. Oh, yeah. Oh my gosh, this has faded so much. And yeah, there has definitely been editing here. So the tattoo artist would have taken the saturation out. So you can just about see here around the edge. This is probably where the irritation is. Tattoo artists that do black work tattoos sometimes put the saturation down to eliminate any redness, which is sometimes okay, but you can definitely tell a lot of saturation was taken out of this because this person does seem to have a darker skin tone than this. The artist would have also whacked up the brightness a little bit and also the contrast. So yeah, there's definitely some photo editing manipulation going on here, but either way, some of the leaves here are still quite dark, but then you look at them here and they're not that dark anymore, you know? This has faded a lot, and this is definitely one of those high detail realism tattoos, and I don't have any issues with realism tattoos by any means. I like them myself, but this is like the fine detail. Like, there's a lot of fine details within this tattoo, and they just never heal well. And it's not something that a lot of people know about. Like, this person, probably not to accuse them or anything like that, but they probably didn't put in a lot of research into this style. So this is why they're probably like, oh my gosh, like, I can't believe this is happening, you know? But if you know about this style, then you know that this is one of those things that is gonna happen. So it kind of sucks for this person, but yeah, they could easily get a rework, a cover up, they could start over again if they wanted to, you know? Like, should I get a neck tattoo? I've been thinking of getting one across my throat onto my chest, but I don't know if it suits my face shape or not. Oh my god, yes, do it. You have to do it, as if this person's gonna watch this video, but oh my god, imagine if they did. But like, yes, 100% neck tattoos and chest tattoos suit everybody, especially, like, this person is gorgeous, absolutely freaking stunning. Could you imagine them with like a black work neck tattoo, kind of like my one? You know, like, it would just go up to the neck a little bit. Maybe not like a full neck thing, because I don't have a full neck tattoo. I had like a big flower added and then some little bits here to kind of like balance it out a little bit, not to be too heavy on my neck and chest area or whatever. I mean, I'll probably add on to my chest at some point, but like, oh, I feel like if they had a tattoo like mine, like, it goes up on like one side of their neck a little bit, like a big flower or something, kind of again like mine, I feel like that would be freaking amazing, because they've got like black work tattoos here. So if you have something like go up like from their shoulder to there, oh, that would be so freaking sick. Yes, do it. I'm the wrong person to ask when people say, oh, should I get like a neck tattoo? I'm like, immediately yes. Obviously, as long as your job would allow it and what have you, like, be careful with your choices. But honestly, like, getting a neck tattoo for me was like one of the best things I've ever done. I was so scared about it to start off with, and I really did sit on the idea for a very, very long time. But I'm so glad that I did it, because I just can't imagine my life without it, as cheesy as that sounds. And yeah, I just feel like it, like, I don't want to be big-headed, but I feel like it suits me so much. You know, like, I feel like I was meant to have it. Yeah. Stretch marks distorting my 12-year-old tattoo. Hey everyone, I've been developing stretch marks that are going through an old tattoo of mine, and I can already see the tip of this sparkle is migrating. If anyone has been through a similar situation and then lost weight, did the ink migrate back into place? Does it stay warped? I'm mostly worried because I have some other stretch marks towards the back that are getting close to the woman's hair, and I'm afraid of it getting permanently messed up. Thank you. Ooh, so I personally don't have any experience of this. Wait a second. Wait. Hang on, cut the cameras. I need to look, because I do have one tattoo. I'm fully getting my arse out right now. Ooh, yeah. So I was about to say I don't have any experience with this, but I do, kind of. I have 2 portraits on my upper thighs, and I have stretch marks on my thighs. Like, I have some at the top here. I have some going like in my inner thighs and like around the back and what have you, which I'm here to normalize stretch marks. It is completely normal. Our bodies are forever growing, changing, gaining weight, losing weight, maybe, you know, pregnancy or what have you. You know, like, it's just one of those things. There is nothing to be ashamed about with stretch marks. It's just, it makes us us, you know. Like, I've personally never been one to be insecure about stretch marks, you know. I've just been like, oh, it is what it is. You know, you can't stop them from happening. Like, it's gonna happen, you know, especially as you get older. Like, it's just one of those things. I'll flag up a picture so you don't have to see me half naked. But I have, again, like I was saying, a portrait tattoo, and I now have lines out of it because of my stretch marks. It's like my tattoo kind of just like split in half, kind of. Not like that, but like the stretch marks has kind of moved the tattoo apart. And like the stretch marks on my upper thighs, some of them are like very, very old. Like they're white now, like they're centuries old. I've never really been one to care about it. You know, I'm gonna look at my other thigh, see if there's anything else happening there. Oh yes. Oh yes, they're very prevalent. Again, it's not something I've ever really noticed, you know? Oh my gosh, it's in her face as well. I've got a stretch mark in my vampire portrait's, face. But yeah, it's not something I ever really noticed or cared about because I'm just sitting here actually looking at it now. So what will happen is you'll just end up with a line through your tattoo. And I think if you wanted to, you could always go and get that area touched up and have, the details put back in. Or you could just leave it. I think it looks kind of cool, to be honest with you. Kind of adds an effect to the ink. I actually have never really taken notice of it. I'm only just noticing it now. I'm just looking at my leg and I'm like, wow, there's like a white line throughout my vampire portrait. It kind of looks like my vampire portrait has a scar or something. It's kind of cool. I'm here for it. And it just makes your tattoos a little bit more unique and just more personal to you, if that makes sense. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't want to get all deep and philosophical, but this is what makes tattoos freaking amazing. The fact that you carry them around with you. And yeah, okay, sometimes your body will make them look a little bit different as to when you first got them. But that's so freaking cool, no? I think that's freaking amazing, personally. So yeah, if I was this person, I'd just leave it. I mean, you could, if you wanted to, get a touch up within that star, make it a little bit more darker or what have you, and just cleaned it up a little bit. But for me personally, I like to leave it. How bad is it really? Went to an artist who said they could do something like the source image, so I went for it, and well, this is what I got. Oh no. Would a touch up fix this, or is this more of a cover up, blast over ordeal, or is it not even that bad? All comments and advice welcomed. Okay, so we have what is the name of this? I forgot the name of this. Is it a mace? Hang on, I'm gonna Google. I cannot be posting a video where I'm like, is it this? And it's not, I'm being roasted. Flail, that's it. Oh my gosh, thank you. I knew it. In the back of my brain, it was there. Because I've definitely mentioned flail tattoos before, because it's something I wouldn't mind having myself. But yeah, we have a flail, or the chain of a flail. You don't have the wooden stick that's attached to it to, like, do this with it. But yeah, this is a really good tattoo. So I'm guessing this is the inspiration. I very much like this. This is my kind of tattoo. Like, it's dark. But the lightness in the face of the portrait area here is really cool. This design is just really awesome. So let's see what they ended up with. Oh, honey. See, this is what happens when you ask for someone else's tattoo. It just never looks the same. And, like, there has been, like, no changes, really. Everything is pretty much the same. It's just a rip-off, to be honest. Let's be serious. Like, there is no differences. It's just, I think karma got you a little bit here, trying to rip off someone's artwork, but the circle isn't a circle, like the line work is so wobbly, and the chain just doesn't have the same pizzazz as this one. Like this bit here, this kind of looks like a ball bag with a massive pube coming out of it. Do you know what I mean? Like it looks like a hair molecule situation. Yeah. I don't know. I personally wouldn't be happy with this. So you're better off just saying, hey, I really like this idea, but can you make something like this, but, a bit more unique? And you're going to end up with a better result and you're not going to be so disappointed because you won't be able to compare it to the original, Like, yeah, if you're going to compare these two, obviously the original is much better. Unsatisfied, I seek your wisdom. Got unlucky with the artist, thinking he can pull it off and ended up not satisfied. So I think this person wanted like some kind of galaxy situation going on there. I still have to do the touch-ups, which I have rights for. I think going back to the same artist is out of the question. He is part of a bigger tattoo studio though. Maybe I ask for another artist from the same studio. I have 4 more weeks till it's healed. The last 2 photos are direction/inspiration. How to talk to the studio, or I just give up and search for an artist who can fix this tattoo. Is it fixable? I really need your help. Oh no. Okay, this is gonna be a disaster. So yeah, I have a feeling this person wanted like a realism, night, galaxy, stars kind of vibe, right? It's quite a odd tattoo choice, to be honest with you. I know, it's a bold choice. It's never seen something like this before, but let's see how it turned out. Oh, that's not good. Oh my god. It looks like melted ice cream. That does not look... I don't even understand the vision to start off with, to be honest with you. Like, I'm not here to be a hater, but I just don't understand it, personally. Like, whatever, your body, your choice, do what you want, honey, but it's not something I'd go for. Oh, yeah, okay, yeah, this art is really fucked up. If this is what you were going for, which is gorgeous, by the way. Oh, no. Oh, that's really, really nice. I mean, it's very high detailed and like a tiny tattoo kind of thing, but that is gorgeous. That is a work of art right there. Yeah, I mean, how to fix this? Ugh. You'd have to get an artist that kind of specializes in this type of thing, because it definitely does take skill to do a night sky galaxy, watercolory realism situation. I think the best thing to do is add more white in there, let that heal, and then go over it with like lighter colors like pastel blues, pastel pinks and purples to really lighten it up, and then maybe go in a bit more and add some more depth to it. There's definitely an artist out there that can do it, but I don't know, you definitely have to do your research when it comes to stuff like this. Uneven tramp stamp, what can I do? Oh, that is very uneven. That is very, oh, that's so disappointing. Like, how has that even happened? Because like one half of the tattoo slash what the stencil would be is perfect, right? But how has it ended up, like that bit's just ended up there? Like, that's, oh no. So what can you do? I would just get a cover up and go to an artist that kind of specializes in symmetry tattoos, or tribal, or, you know, cyber sigilism, or, you know, black work, and get them to rework it and make it all a lot more even. You know, there's definitely, you could definitely fix this in some way, but that's so sucky. Yeah, I would be very disappointed with that. I was tattooed for the first on Friday. I was tattooed for the first time on Friday, the 31st of January, and had Saniderm placed on the tattoo that night at the shop. I left it on until Wednesday, the 5th of February. Over the last 24 hours since removing it, some of the skin around the tattoo has been red with small bumps and has felt very hot and itchy and burning. I have tried ice packs, antihistamines and ibuprofen. I have had little to no relief. The tattoo itself seems okay. It did not hurt or look like this when the Saniderm was on my skin, only a few hours after I took it off. Any recommendations and help would be appreciated. Ooh. So Saniderm, for those that don't know, is a second skin type of tattoo protection. It's like a massive see-through plaster. It's like a very technical cling film or plastic wrap or saran wrap, whatever you would like to call it, okay? The stuff that you would normally wrap your sandwiches in or whatever, right? And yeah, it's very, very handy. I personally love second skin, but it isn't for everyone due to reasons like this. You can have a reaction to the adhesive on it, which is kind of common. You don't have to worry too much. Obviously, just make sure when you notice you're having a reaction to it or what have you, you know, you take it off. But yeah, this definitely looks like a common reaction to a second skin, and it's not something you really notice that you have until you like take it off. So yeah, but I just want to comment on this tattoo. The quality of this tattoo looks freaking amazing. Look at that saturation. Holy hell. That's such a good tattoo. But yeah, that definitely looks like a allergic reaction to second skin, and the best thing you can do is obviously take antihistamines and just like keep an eye on it. Obviously, to get a peace of mind, you can always go to a medical professional and see what they say about it, or talk to your tattoo artist. But yeah, it is pretty common to have a reaction to this like second skin. Also, while I'm here, it gets asked in my Facebook group quite a bit about the fact that if someone's used a second skin thing, again like Saniderm, Dermalize or what have you, sometimes when you take it off you do get left with a sticky residue. The best thing to use to get rid of that without, you know, scrubbing your skin raw, especially as you have a new tattoo, you don't want to be doing that, you know, scrubbing off the sticky residue. Get some coconut oil and rub it in, and it will like take the stickiness off as best as it most possibly can, and it will be a lot safer for your tattoos, because a lot of people do use coconut oil to heal their tattoos. It's, you know, a natural thing that is basically in a lot of tattoo aftercare lotions and potions anyway. So yeah, use coconut oil. It's very, very handy. I've had to do that myself a few times, and I've personally never had issues, but obviously if you have any reactions to coconut oil or what have you, don't do that. Okay, my darlings, that is it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know if you would like to see any more videos like this, or maybe I should like set up a email address or some kind of Google form to do tattoo advice for you lovely people, the people that watch my videos. Again, not a professional, can't give out solid, decent advice, but I can do the best I most possibly can with helping you with anything you may need. I don't know. Let me know your thoughts and opinions on that down below. And yeah, that's it for today's video. I just want to say thank you so much for being here and hanging out with me for a little while. And yeah, until my next one, bye!